everyone, welcome back to Beach Angel Tarot. I am here to do my Santa at the Sea, finally. I'm excited. This is one of my favorite readings, besides my witches read at Halloween. So if you'd like your own personal private Santa reading, you can click the link below to be taken to my Etsy shop, and I'll also put information how you can obtain it outside of the Etsy shop if you'd like. Just follow the information in the description box below. So happy holidays to everyone. Merry Christmas. We are going to top in with St. Nicholas this evening. I'm going to open the messages with an Oracle of the Innocent Heart. I will not be reading all of it from the book. There's a good bit of information in the book about the card, but I'm not going to sit here and read the whole book about the card. I'm going to just let you tune into the visual and give you a little bit of things to ponder around the card. Then we're going to do some other oracles, and then we're going to do the reading with, I think I'm going to use the same deck I used last year, because I loved it because we were using the blessing cards, and so it's like Santa blessing us with every placement as well through the reading. So let's see what comes up for everyone. I'm going to pull up my spread, which I have not done. Okay. So let's see what Santa has to tell us about the Oracle of the Innocent Heart. And of course, this one comes to mind and came to my mind because the innocent heart, that is the heart of a child, right? The innocence, the Six of Cups vibe that Santa resonates with the children. So what message wants to come from this deck? And this is a very beautiful deck as well. Focusing on Christmas and what Santa wants to tell us. Santa at the Sea. Archangel Michael to guide and protect our time and space. I feel it's this one. And we have the koala. Oh gosh. Instantly, like one intuitive message that comes to me. I associate koala with mother energy. So mother energy, motherhood, your mother. Divine feminine energy coming up is important. 17 is also the star card in tarot. So we can liken it to that too. Like if you want to connect more message to this card, you could look up the star card or connect more with the star tarot meaning. But I like koala for me is mother energy. But I'm going to read a tiny little bit. I might skim here to see. It says, it is time to forgive yourself and decide to live again. And there's a fable as well, but it says things to ponder. After every dark night, the light of a new day always follows. Deep rest is when the animals go into a state of hibernation. They don't force themselves to do more than they can achieve. Instead, they sleep and dream and plan. We have forgotten how to do that. Instead, we resist it. We panic and bully ourselves to wake up. Deep rest is when we should surrender, put our head against the chest of the Great Spirit and sleep or cry or dream. The more we resist the darkness, the stronger it grows and the more overwhelming it becomes. By surrendering to it, we weaken its power and the light is able to return much sooner. When I realize I need to surrender to the call of deep rest, I stay home. I don't do anything but read, dream, draw, and sleep. I do peaceful things. I do still things. And like nighttime, the darkness soon fades. I feel empowered the next day, charged and alive. So there's like a deep restorative energy, and that's weird because last year's St. Nicholas energy, that was just the word that came to me, right? That was this restoration. There's a restorative energy that sleep brings us, right? But that's that same vibe coming from when I read that. So there is a deep sense of restorative sleep. Sleep serves that purpose. We have to sleep to restore ourselves so we can carry on with the next day, or we become so exhausted. So we are getting that energy from Santa of that, the energy that we glean from a deep sleep. And the first word that popped out there was restorative. So I like seeing that restorative and refreshed energy. So let's see what else Santa has to say. We're going to use the Seasons of the Witch. There's going to be a few opening oracles here, and then we're going to get into the reading. What message does it have with this deck? And we have gatherings. I like it. Coming together. 17. Oh my gosh. 1717. That's weird, huh? So gather, gather, festive witches. Speak of joy and drink to wishes. Take one, take two, celebrating all blisses. So gathering together. Coming together. And I'm going to read it. So 2 stars. So double stars. And then that's kind of like star on the top of the Christmas tree as well. But we have the moon. So we are coming up a couple days. We're going to have the cold moon. And we have snow here on the tree. So the cold moon, there may be some sort of gathering as well. But let's see. And the key words are exchange, gifts, and festivities. I love that because Santa brings the gifts and there are festivities and there are exchanges, right? So we're gathering to exchange gifts. It says, for our ancestors, every day became a celebration of life. For our ancestors, every day became a celebration of life. We have lost the drive for survival in this way. Today, social media and the hustle. Okay, it says today social media and the hustle are our main priorities, so much so that it's easy to forget the joy of festivity and celebrate how precious life is. Many times may be different than for our ancestors, but that doesn't mean times aren't hard for us too. Lean on your community for support. They are here to lift your spirits when you're down, to celebrate your wins, and to love you just because you exist. This card invites you to spend time with your community. Call on your friends and family or go out and build new relationships. Receiving this card is a strong sign that 2 is better than 1. Partnerships are favored. 2 or more people will bring a much stronger chance of success in your situation. Additionally, this card tends to come to a reading when large gatherings such as weddings or births are intimate. This message is even more significant if you have also pulled the merriment card, which we haven't. But this is interesting. It was kind of like wanting to see if anything popped out specifically. So it's going back with the energy of the sleep and restorative energy. It's going back to like restoring back to simpler times or energy as well. Like it's talking about the hustle and bustle of social media, which I have myself gotten off of social media platforms, except for YouTube and my Etsy shop. Those are the only 2 you'll find me on over the last year and a half, probably going on 2 years now soon. And I don't miss it at all. I mean, it has its purposes. I'm not saying you should get off of it or anything like that. It does have good energies and negatives, but it was outweighing the negatives outweighed the positives for me, so I had gotten off of it. But it's talking about the hustle, the social media hustle, and it can take us away from our priorities of joy and the festivities and the celebration and how precious our lives are. So there is a coming together. It's indicating 2 are better than 1, 2 or more are better than 1. And partnerships are favored. 2 or more people will bring a much stronger chance of success. So there are messages there. I'm getting the cold moon, which is coming up in a few days. I think the 9th of December. This is the 6th. This is Santa's feast day as well, St. Nicholas. And so, but I feel like this upcoming full moon is going to be important. And I feel like it's going to guide, because of the 17, I'm getting a strong pull to the star. And the star for me is, of course, healing, but it's also guidance, you know, like the Star of Bethlehem. And so I feel like maybe between the full moon and the 17th, there's going to be something occurs that kind of guide you. You can kind of see, I'm getting like a visual, you'll be able to see more of where you're headed. And they're kind of quotation in it down to me energetically between the cold moon, or between now and the 17th of December. For some people, you may by that time know where you're headed. You're going to see more, like be guided. Spirit's going to guide you. So a pathway opens, or more information comes to you about your next steps. You'll know where you're headed more by that time. So let's see what a very Merry Christmas oracles want to tell us for our holiday season. Spirits. Like I said, I'm getting that cold moon vibe because of the snow on the tree here and the full moon. That's just because the next full moon is called cold moon, or snow moon, or something like that. They're both referred to in that way. What does Santa want to tell us for our holiday season? And it is, all I want for Christmas is you. Ooh, ooh, boo. And we have sweet indulgence. The bottom is realization and watching the owl. Oh, I'm getting that Santa's watching you. That's what I heard in my head. I love that. Santa's watching. Kind of funny. But yeah, there is an energy. All I want for Christmas is you. So this could be, we were talking about two or more coming together. So something's coming together. If this is relationship, if you're thinking about this in the aspect of relationship, there's going to be that restorative kind of feeling coming from the slumber and coming together. And, you know, coming to the realization that, you know, you're better together than separate. And you may indulge in that. But Santa wants you to know that he's been watching and he's been peeking. He's keeping an eye out on the situation, right? So I love seeing that for our opening messages. We're going to move into the reading with the... Actually, I'm going to use one of these first. I'm going to do a... Got this cute little oracle. I don't remember the name of it, but I did get it on Etsy. It is a self-made, self-created deck. I'm gonna see. These are the key cards. So let's see what we're gonna add a message to here for Santa with this deck before we get started. Oh, you know, I'm a little slow. I am a little slow. I don't know what's going on. Kisses, sweet indulging in kissing. So if you have a relationship on your mind, there's going to be a realization about coming together. You're better off together than separate because of the message we had with the gathering card. And you may indulge in kissing because we have the Hershey Kisses. I love that. Focusing on our Christmas message from Santa. What he wants to tell everyone. This deck. I'm striving for just one card. We're going to see. And we have ornament. Oh, I'm going to take the undercurrent. I knew I was going to do that. And we're going to take the top just in case. Workshop. Oh, we have number 25. Santa's workshop. So I will read all of these ornaments. Let's read ornaments. Give me a minute because I cannot see. And these are all like probably jumbled up. So the combination of those two things together are not good for time. So you may want to fast forward or because this might take me a little hot minute. Okay, ornaments. Ornaments are added to holiday trees to bring beauty in the dark times, remind of the light of the summer days, and create color and joyfulness. What are the ornaments and sparkle in your life? Are you seeking the adventure of finding the Christmas pickle, delighting in the fun characters and themes, or just enjoying the sparkle of the tinsel garland and glittered ornaments? So it's like a sense of embellishment with that as well, right? So there was no earth-shattering message in there, I don't feel. Just a sense of embellishment and what are the ornaments and sparkle in your life? Looking at the different things you enjoy about the holiday season and the decor and that kind of thing. $28. Angel. These supernatural beings are messengers of the gods. They are often benevolent beings who protect, guide, and act as intermediaries with humankind. When the angel appears, pay attention to or seek the advice and guidance from the realm of spirit. So Christmas angel. Now I did do a Christmas holiday angel reading, so you might want to catch it. I can put a link to it below. If you haven't seen it, there may be a message in there for you as well, because I just did a angel holiday reading. And 25, I'm getting like angel ornament too. But so maybe you're making an angel ornament with a workshop one, but let me see. 25. Workshop. It says a tidy workshop with the tools and materials you need will help you get things done. Be organized and set aside space and time to do what needs to be done. Be purposeful and get to work. But the number 25 is of course Christmas. So I feel like it's just pointing to like maybe Christmas Day, an angel ornament. So maybe a lot of you guys that are watching will get an angel ornament for Christmas, or there'll be something special that gets your attention. You know, because this says this adds beauty in dark times. So there's going to be something I feel like right on Christmas Day that the angels bring like a message or get your attention. And it's going to be something that, you know, like this is talking about beauty, bringing beauty to dark times. And so you're going to see something that gives you, well, we're going somewhere with this. What was the word that wanted to come out? Not hope. It's something that gives you hope. This, no, it's not hope, because hope is like, oh, I'm hoping this happens. It gives you, not enthusiasm. That's not the right word. It gives you a sign that, you know, there's something beautiful. Like if you've been in a dark situation or a problematic place, it's going to bring you reassurance is the word. Reassurance, because yeah, it's more definite. It isn't hope. It wasn't wishy-washy. It was a reassurance. Something that's going to happen, I feel, because this is the 25th. They're working on something. Okay, they're working on something. I'm like so like behind on my clicker. So they're working on something. I feel like right around Christmas, for some this could be right on Christmas Day. They're sending something that's going to bring you reassurance of beauty in a, you know, an otherwise unlikely situation. Or so anywhere where you're having an issue or problem in your life, you're going to get reassurance. They're working on it. Santa's watching again. You're going to get reassurance that there is something beautiful coming from it. I just kind of want to read the I want to read the 11 card again. I don't know what. I know that part stuck out to me because it seemed important at the time when I read it, but let me see. Oh, good grief. This deck is a little bit like, wow. This reading is going to be long because, okay. All right. Ornaments are added to holiday trees to bring beauty in the dark times, remind of the light of the summer days, and create color and joyfulness. It's interesting. They say, remind of the light of summer days and create joy and joyfulness. What are the ornaments and sparkle in your life? So they're asking all these questions. So it's the things that you're questioning, because it goes on to say, what are the ornaments and sparkle in your life? Are you seeking adventure or finding Christmas pickle? Finding the Christmas pickle. The light and the fun and characters of the themes. These are all formed in questions. So the things that you're questioning, I knew there was something weird about that. Anything you're questioning in your life, you're going to get the answer. You're going to get a message from the angels on or about Christmas Day. It can be all through the holidays, but it's going to bring you the reassurance is the word they use to me, or the feeling they gave me, that there is beauty in dark times. So like a blessing in the situation, but there is something positive coming around anything you're questioning in your life, and they're going to send reassurance. So however that comes to everyone, it may be different, but you're going to see that reassurance coming, and that's what I'm getting. So roundabout way, and that is the messages that are coming. So I like seeing these for everyone. Beautiful messages, and that restorative. So again, we're kind of like, I know the last year's reading was restoration. I pulled the Ace of Cups, and it had that, taking the gunk off of things, but this is restorative and coming together energy. So we are going to actually get into the reading with the blessing cards. And so my intention is that we are blessed with these energies as we pull the card that Santa is sending his blessing in these areas, in these ways for us this season. So focusing on our spread, guiding the angels, Archangel Michael to guide and protect our time and space, and of course allowing Saint Nicholas to come through today on his feast day, December 6th, 2022. In this moment, guiding the angels, what Santa wants to bring forth for our Santa at the sea. Okay. A message to us from Santa. This can be something that we want to know or that we need to know about this Christmas season. Well, I've already got the message. Something that we're questioning or we want to know is we're gonna get a reassurance about it, or we're gonna find out something that gives us a sense of reassurance. Like confirm something for you. It's gonna bring that peace in. But something he wants you to know. Something you want to know or you need to know this holiday season from Santa. So what is blessing? And it's a blessing to find your way. And that's sort of like the message I just said. You're going to know. And I think that came up. Oh, it came up in the two first cards. It came up in these two, I believe, when I said from the cold moon to like the 17th, or maybe to Christmas for some, but it just felt like they were parenthesizing out like full moon to the 17th, perhaps. The guidance from the star, the double stars, and then I got the star Bethlehem kind of feel from it. And I've got water on there. But what he wants you to know is that you will be guided. You will find your way. You're going to know coming up very soon more of which way you're going. So something's going to get settled in a way where you know what direction you're headed. And I also feel like his message here is not just finding your way, but it's like he's with you on, taking your daily steps, right? He's with you every day. Here we have the 24th, so Christmas Eve can be important for some of this energy. I felt for a lot it's going to be before by the 17th, but could, like I said, it could be all the way out to New Year's or beyond too, but I wouldn't want to go too much further than the end of the year with the messages, because it's or with what's coming from these anyway. So you're going to get that direction. You're going to find your way forward. Number 2 is, what good deeds has Santa taken notice of this year? So what have we done that he's taken notice of? A blessing on a battle that cannot be avoided. So that you didn't shy away from, is the words. Difficult things. You face them head on. You face some fears. I feel like this is, it can be situations, but I feel like it's, basically fears within. You kind of face these fears. You faced a lot of fears. That is the good deeds that he's taken notice of this year, for ourselves. And for some, it can be that you helped other people too. If they were battling difficult things in your life, that you had stepped in and you had helped in those situations as well, for health or other things. We're always battling things in our lives. Nothing's always ever perfect. And if it is, it's always changing, right? So in those times, Santa has taken notice of helping other people battle their situations and you having battled your own. And I feel like for the biggest part of the messages, what I got intuitively instantly there was the having faced fears, right? Having faced our fears, which makes us stronger and more courageous, to be able to move forward in our own lives and find our own way, and to help others as well. What are you giving to others? What blessing are you giving to others? A blessing to lift sadness. So you're bringing light. When you lift sadness, you bring that light in, and you help them overcome darker times, more depressing times, lower energies, lower energy vibrations, because that kind of takes me into not having enough chi, not having enough energy. So you're giving life. Basically, it's the life, the light, the sun type of energy when you go into the opposite of this sadness, this dampness, right? These darker times. So you're giving that positivity. Like, I'm just getting a vision of like the sun coming out. You are the sun, you are the light, you are bringing that to others and helping them overcome darker times in their lives or lower vibrations around them. And this is a very beautiful message. So 4 is, what spiritual gift is coming or growing stronger for you in Santa's bag this year? And it is a blessing to find the truth. So spiritual truths, right? It's like your truth, their truth, and the truth. So it's like the higher truth is coming. And I think, 25. And there again, there is something I feel like is a repeated feeling here, that there is something coming forth. But it's a spiritual gift. So you're going to be given a truth. You're going to have a lot of clarity as a spiritual gift. But as a like psychic gift, you are a truth teller. You're a way shower. So that's going to become stronger. And because you face fears, you're able to step into that role more strongly and with more conviction, and shine your light without having to deal with, backing down or away because of fear. So there's been, I feel, a lot of clearing that has occurred, just from these 4 cards so far, that has occurred in the last year, from what I'm feeling here. But also, I do feel like this is coming to me 2 ways. You're going to, as a gift given to you by Spirit, you are going to glean clarity and truth about something in your life, or about something within yourself. You're going to maybe see the truth of yourself in a different way, and it's going to allow you to see yourself in a different way and hold your energy in a different way. But it could be from about something else or someone else in your life. And then, like I said, I also feel that spiritual truth coming in, as I had said. The 25th is coming up here too. And it's also like, I'm hearing the true meaning of Christmas. Which we love Santa Claus and everything, and Saint Nicholas is a real saint. But it takes us back to that Jesus energy and that Christ light within, and you're really going to be tapping into that part of your inner self, your inner world within, too, and the truth of that, which is a big one. That's like a spiritual awakening right there. So that's a big spiritual gift. 5, what is Santa delivering in your love life? And we have a blessing of forgiveness. It's kind of funny because I see it's taking me back to the owl watching. These are connected in some way. I got water on this card. It's like it's got little tears on it there. It's like from my water glass leaking over there. But okay, so a blessing of forgiveness, and the owl is watching. So it's like releasing something here in the love life energy. So if you've had difficulties, there may be a forgiveness with each other. Not all the time is that said, verbally with that person, but there is a forgiveness maybe of things you said or did, or they said or did, or you didn't say or do. There's going to be a letting go of discretions is the word, like any discretions or hurt or pain of the past that you have endured or, have even put upon yourself. So there is a huge release type of energy of what would be more negative energies, but somehow the watching and the owl seem to kind of go together. And this is 31. What is Santa arranging in finances? And it's blessing on your intuition. Number 8. 8 is the strength card in tarot. So there is strong knowing with your finances, like knowing which way to go, following your gut instinct in regards to it. She's holding a crystal ball, so there is something about the future. I also see the owl. So I feel like Santa is really watching love life and financial life particularly close for us this year. But being intuitively guided in your finances, I don't feel anything negative here. I just feel like using your own inner guidance system with building your finances and in your career. 7, how Santa is magically transforming energy for you this Christmas. What is getting resolved for you soon? And we have a blessing for solace and hope. So for me, it's taking me back to that reassurance. Like when I was talking about back here, I'm not sure exactly what cards brought that feeling up, but there was a reassurance feeling because I said hope. Hope came through a little bit, but it was weak. And when I'm looking at this card, I'm hearing that reassurance word again. So you're going to be more optimistic. There's a sense here of he's transforming anywhere where you haven't been optimistic. I don't particularly care for the word hope because it implies like I don't have control over something still or something, but because we have, we do actually have more control over things than we know. And hope implies like, oh, it's out of my control still. So it's a word that I can feel its, weakness. I'm not gonna say lack. I can feel its weakness. So I don't want to really use that word, but I get reassurance and I get optimism. So he's transforming anywhere where you have lacked in those energies, where you weren't optimistic, you weren't able to be optimistic. So to me, there's that reassurance coming through. He's going to reassure you in those places and areas of your life where you have that depth of weakness. If you were just clinging to hope, or they say that kind of stuff, that's what kind of makes me feel like that's why that feels like a weak word. It feels like it's lacking or not supportive enough. But there is coming optimism, and that doesn't even feel right. This feels way stronger. This feels like reassurance, that kind of thing. 8 and 9, Santa wants your next year of 2023 to be better for you. What is he arranging for your 2023? And I pulled 2 cards here, and we have what's going to be better in 2023 is 17, 17, 17. This is so funny. These all go together. There's restorative. Oh my gosh. These are really wet, so there's a lot of water. I don't want them to get wet. 17, 17, 17. So star, there's guidance here. 2 or more are better than 1. Restorative. Yeah, that was the word. It wasn't restoration, it was restorative. And this is talking about slumber. So if something has been more in those realms of, in a dream state around your love life, it's going to be, awoken more as well. So I'm kind of getting that message there too. But we have 317. So I love seeing that. 3 stars. So like 3 stars of Bethlehem. I like that. 3 stars of guidance coming. But one of the things is the love life. And it's a blessing on your love. And it can be romantical. It can be, your own love of self. This can be, your spiritual energy of love. You being more in that energy of unconditional love. Because I felt like a huge spiritual awakening back here with the Truth card. So, really coming into alignment more in that way. But this can also be romantical because we did get a touch of that, which a lot of my readings do. It just never seems to end. It is, there's always something about romance, and it was here again. But we are going to have that, and it could be, any other, love vibration within too. But that is one. But I love the 17, 17, 17. And the next one is a blessing for healing or of injury or illness. So if you've had physical illness, emotional, mental, that any of these things, any injuries, he's going to help with that as well. So I love how this year's Santa at the Sea reading came out. Once again, if you'd like your own personal private reading, you can click the link below. I think I'm going to end with the superpower that Santa is bestowing upon us and the undercurrent. And for some reason, this deck has been talking to me over here. I want to get it out and pull. I'm going to pull one, I think, just to see a tarot card that he wants to bring an energy through for the year of a tarot card. This is a beautiful deck, too. So, and it is a self-created deck. I think it's just called the Christmas Tarot. I probably got it on Etsy, too. Let's see the superpower that he's bestowing upon us. And it is, seriously, the sleep, the slumber, the restoration, whatever that word was that I used first, is coming up here. A blessing on our sleep. And there's the owl again. So he's watching us. He's watching out for us in our dream state. He's watching for our love life. He's watching for our finances. He is watching out over us as we move through the year, we move through the energies. But sleep and that energy that we get, that restorative is the word. The restorative energy that we get from sleep is important. Our dream life is important. I feel like he's going to be sending everyone a lot of prophetic dreams. He's going to be with us in our dream state as well. But there's also, when you're sleeping, you awake. And I feel there's going to be a big spiritual awakening. And I felt it with that Truth card. It came through very clearly. And when you put it with, I think that even when I was reading the first card of the Innocent Oracle, it talked about, awaking from the night. And so I feel like we are going to really experience a lot of spiritual advancement in that way. So what does he want to tell us with? So that is our superpower, is our sleep and our restoring our energy. But dream states and our dreams, night dreams and daydreams, our inner landscape, our inner vision, our imagination is the word, is our superpower when you come right down to it. So what does he want to tell us for our final card, parting card? If you want to ask a question or something, you may want to do that. I'm not sure why this is coming in the way it is. But Santa's final parting message, Spirit. What he wants to tell everyone with this deck. Take this one, and we have 6 of Cups. Oh my gosh. Undercurrent is judgment. I might as well look. And the top one, we're going to see, oh my gosh, the Emperor. And this would be like him. Santa's the boss. Oh my gosh, and I love this picture of the Hermit. I'm just going to show it to you. It was in the undercurrent again, but I love this picture of the Santa. This deck is gorgeous when you come right down to it. But I do see the Hermit as Santa, so I'm going to kind of leave him out because Santa is a hermit. He goes in, you know, like he's not out. He's in his workshop all year, and then he comes out on Christmas Eve, right? So he is the hermit. So there's nothing to fear about that, going inward and doing that inward work. But we have the three main messages here. The past, the judgment is the, you know, the rebirth, the awakening, the call to awaken, if you will. And the Emperor is the boss, the structure. This could also represent a person, you know, Emperor represents Aries. But we are talking about the past. The past comes up a lot for me, past life energy. So there may be like an awakening in past life type of feel here too. But yeah, Six of Cups is nostalgia and all that as well. But however the message resonates for you, or however it applies to you in your life, that is a message that is meant for you. But those are the things that I see in there. But Santa, I feel like this is, you know, the energy of Santa kind of being the boss and kind of leading us through this upcoming year. Anyway, angel blessings to everyone. Oceans of love. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. And I will see you soon for my Happy New Year energy reading. And it will be a special, and I will have the information below it as well. See you soon. Big hugs.